People are starving, and they don't care. They don't care. That pisses me off to the highest fullest, knowing that these people do not care about the common man and woman in this country.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour.
Yeah.
On King Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
On King Live.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Aye,
Yeah.
Go calm,
Yeah.
go calm,
aye,
Yeah.
go calm,
Yeah.
go calm,
aye,
Yeah.
go calm,
aye,
Yeah.
go calm,
aye,
Yeah.
go calm,
aye,
Yeah.
go calm.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
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 Welcome to the Heineken Hour with Conking Live.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, peeps? What's up? What's up? Today, we're going to talk about the real reason Donald Trump won the 2024 election. No BS, no bullshit, nothing but facts. That's what I'm going to bring you today. Nothing but facts. I know y'all been running around the YouTube streets all day long for the last 2 days. And people have been telling y'all this BS and BS about this and about that. But today, I'm going to bring you the facts. The real facts. And let's get started. First of all, let me start by saying this right here. No disrespect to ZX. Stop it. I've been watching you run around YouTube for 2 days now, talking about the gay community. The gay community. You know, I was over there in YouTube cameras, clouds this morning while I was working. And he was on her panel. He was talking about the gay community. You know, people they pretty much, you know, didn't vote for Kamala because they didn't like the gay agenda. You know, gay this, gay that, trans this, trans. Stop it, man. Just stop it. You're too old for this. You know, if you're gonna talk politics, do your research. Learn before you open your mouth. Now, as you talking about the gay agenda, do you realize the importance of the gay issue in this election was 22nd. 22nd. Meow, meow. What's up? 22nd. That's how important the gay agenda was in this election. So what that tells you, Donald Trump did not win because people was turned off because of Democrats supporting the gay agenda. They wasn't. Bottom line. And if you did your research, and just Google it, it'll tell you the top 22 reasons why people came out to vote in this election. And the number one reason was the economy. That's why a lot of people came out to vote. The economy. Donald Trump conned them into thinking that he was the best thing for the economy, and he's not. So, ZX, I would love to debate you. I know my channel is small. I know I don't get enough views for you to clout chase off of. So that's why you don't want to come over here. But that's fine, though. I will come to your channel and debate you on your channel about issues that matter to the Black community and that matter to America altogether. What's up, Kanye? What's up, Meow Meow? I'm here to tell you, do your research. Because you keep talking about the gay agenda. I seen your last video where you was inviting Jay Wilson and James Caldwell and Sean Bradley. You was inviting all the gay guys into your platform. You know why you was doing that? Because you wanted to clout chase off them. That's it. It wasn't about putting out facts. It wasn't about dealing with real politics. It's about you clout chasing. Because if you had did your research, you'll know that the gay agenda was not even that important in this election. It wasn't. It's crazy how people, and not only him though, he did then change the title. He changed the title. I didn't see that. What's up, y'all? Yeah, there you go, ZX. And it's to the point for 2 days straight, ZX, only thing he's been talking about, Democrats lost because of the gay agenda, 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 abortion. Let me also tell you, ZX, abortion, it was number 8 as an important issue in this election. Number 8, all right? And also, let me tell you this right here. It were 10 states that had the gay agenda on the ballot. I'm sorry, the abortion issue on the ballot. 7 out of 10 passed those initiatives. Only and Florida didn't pass theirs because the bar is so high, you needed 60% of the vote in order to pass in Florida. But Florida, they got 57% in Florida. That lets you know right there that the majority of this country is pro-abortion. Not anti-abortion, but pro-abortion. The majority of this country. I'm trying to tell you guys, what's up, me mugs? I'm trying to tell you guys, y'all need to wise up and learn and do some research before y'all open y'all mouths about what happened in this election. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened in this election. And before I get to the title, the Southern Strategy, I'm going to break down something else for y'all to understand why Kamala Harris lost this election. First of all, if you look at the numbers in Wisconsin and Minnesota, you'll learn that there was 2 third-party candidates on that ballot, those ballots. Robert Kennedy and Jill Stein was on both of those states' ballots. And do you realize the votes that Robert Kennedy and Jill Stein pulled was the difference in Trump winning and Kamala losing? Both of those states. So that's another reason why she lost. Michigan and Wisconsin. Go look at the figures. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers. Go look at Robert F. Kennedy and Jill Stein. And to be honest with you, Robert F. Kennedy did not want his name taken off that ballot, those 2 ballots, for that reason. Because he knew he was going to pull votes from Kamala Harris. If Robert F. Kennedy was so smart to the fact that he only wanted his name taken off the ballot in certain states. But states like Wisconsin and Michigan, he did not want his name taken off. For that reason. I'm sorry, let me read the cat. But Gary, she got cooked in most of the battlegrounds. No, she didn't get cooked. She got cooked. She got cooked. Yeah, she did get cooked in Michigan. I mean, not Michigan. She got cooked in Pennsylvania. But I'm gonna tell you, let me get to that. I'm gonna get to that, Kanye. I'm gonna break that down also, Kanye. Let's give me a minute. I'm gonna get to everything y'all talking about. I'm gonna get to it. But Michigan and Wisconsin were key states for her, as well as Pennsylvania was a key state for her, because she could have won. If I remember this right, if she had won in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, and I think Nevada, she could have won still. Don't quote me on those 3. But I know because both of them needed to win Pennsylvania in order to win. But let me continue on. I'm getting sidetracked a little bit here. Meow, Gary, when you get a chance, listen to Miss Cruiser and see how ZX got sound by school team. I will. Thank you. I'll check her out. I will check out. Actually, Meow. I wanted to hit YouTube Camera's link. I'm not subbed to her, but when I went to go sub to her to hit a link, because I was gonna comment also. For some reason, you got to be sub for 20 minutes. I'm like, 20 minutes? Are you serious? 20 minutes? I'm like, that's ridiculous. No, I understand a minute, maybe 5 minutes, but 20 minutes you got to be subbed to you before you can make a comment. So I just said forget about it because I wanted to hit a link, but I said nah, forget about it. I'm not going to wait 20 minutes, so I didn't even sub to her. And I just moved on. Let me see. She got killed in Pennsylvania by 1 million votes, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why, Kanye. This is the reason why she lost Pennsylvania. She lost Pennsylvania because Latinos. Joe Biden, when he won Pennsylvania, he beat Trump by 42 points with the Latino vote. 42 points. 42 points. She lost Pennsylvania because of Latinos. She only beat Trump by 17 votes. I mean 17% when it came to Latino votes in Pennsylvania. That's why she lost Pennsylvania. Even after those comments was made about Puerto Rico, they still voted for Trump. They still voted for Trump. And the number one issue to Latinos was the economy. That's why they voted for Trump. So I'm here to tell y'all straight up right now, all this extra stuff y'all listening to out there on YouTube, in YouTube world, it's not real. None of those people have done research. None of those people took their time to sit down and Google things like I did. I actually sat there and did research on this today because I was going to do a show. And this is why I feel like I'm the number one show in these two sectors to come listen to when it comes to this election. Because I'm going to tell you, what's up, Griff? What's going on, Griff? I'm here to tell you the truth of what happened in this election. And when you really boil it down and get down to the nitty-gritty, you can see why she lost. She lost Michigan and Wisconsin because of third parties. She lost Pennsylvania because of the Latino vote. And the last reason why she lost is the Southern Strategy 2.0, which I'm going to get into that in a second to let y'all know. Let me read some more of these comments right quick. What's up, Griff? All them partners got it wrong, saying it was going to be those states. She did. Yeah. Like I said, Kayan, in Michigan and Wisconsin, they didn't really factor in Jill Steins. They didn't factor in Robert S. Kennedy because they thought it wasn't going to matter. So they really didn't factor none of those two in. Then in Pennsylvania, they thought when Trump made that comment about Latinos by Puerto Ricans, they thought those Puerto Ricans was upset. And they thought the Puerto Rican vote would come out turn to Harris, but they didn't. Check her out as well. Who is that? YouTube cameras? Yeah, I don't sub to people who with those long. Yeah, I mean, mother, I can't do that. That's ridiculous, man. I'm like 20 minutes. Like I said, I understand maybe 1 minute, maybe 5 minutes, but I got to wait 20 minutes to make a comment. Hell no, it's not that important. Get the fuck up out of here with that. What's up, Stacy? What's going on, Stacy? Oh, you going home? Okay. I appreciate the thumbs up, Stacy. I appreciate it. Also, y'all do me a favor. Also, guys, hit that thumbs up button for me, please. I'm not asking for cash donations or anything like that. Only thing I ask y'all to do for me for this great entertainment and this great information, please hit the thumbs up button at least for me. At least one thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Oh, YouTube camera. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to hit her. I actually wanted to hit her panel when ZX was up there, but I wasn't going to wait 20 minutes. I like to comment before I hit the panel, but I wasn't going to wait 20 minutes to make a comment. I really wasn't. It wasn't that worth it to me. But now, let me get to the main reason why I'm doing this live. But like I said, anybody go there and get ZX and says ZX, Gary would like to debate him on these topics. I would love to debate ZX. I would love to have a civil debate with ZX. I would love to. So anybody can get that message to him. Say Gary said that he would love to debate with you. I understand I got a small channel. I don't bring no views, but I bring correct information. And that's the main thing. The last time I hit his link, actually, I don't even catch him live. One thing, Mean Bug. And the last time I hit his link, he said some old bullshit. So it kind of like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to have a conversation with him. I would love to have a conversation with him just to prove to him that he's wrong. And he need to lay off the gay community. Because, it's obvious. Like I said, that trans and gay community issue was 22nd on the list. The bottom of the list. The number one thing that people came out to vote for was the economy. The economy. That was the number one reason why people came out to vote. The number one reason. But see, people don't, you listen to all these people, the why the Democrats lost. What really pisses me off now is the Democrats are not really understanding why they lost. And it's like it's clear as day why you lost. Just look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers in Michigan. Go look at the numbers in Wisconsin. Look at what happened in Pennsylvania. And that's the reason why you lost. You lost in Pennsylvania because of Latinos. Joe Biden pulled 42% more Latinos than Trump did when he won in 2020. Harris only pulled 17% more. That's it. Michigan. Go add up the numbers that RFK and Jill Stein pulled from Kamala in both of those states. You'll see why she lost. It's not about the gay agenda. It's not about abortion. It wasn't about none of that. None of those things was rejected. It was about the economy. And in a way in which I'm going to say it, Michigan and Wisconsin was rigged against her because RFK was still on the ballot. And he wanted to stay on the ballot. He did not want to get off the ballot in Michigan for that reason, so he can draw votes from her. And the Democrats, they didn't factor none of that into the equation. They really didn't. But the polls were so far off anyway. The Iowa poll that came out the day before the election or 2 days before the election that said that she was 3 points ahead of Trump's in Iowa, that was a bogus poll. She ended up losing Iowa by 10 points. 10 points. So that was a 13-point swing between what the poll said and what actually was. A 10-point swing. That was crazy. It was crazy. But let me get into this content. Let me find my video I'm gonna play. We're gonna get into the Southern strategy because that played a big factor also. And if y'all don't know what the Southern strategy is, I'm going to explain it to you. So let's get into that. But please hit that thumbs up button for me, please. If you just came through the door, hit the thumbs up button. Only thing I'm asking is for a thumbs up. No cash, just a thumbs up for this great information and this great breakdown. Let's see what we got here. Let's go get a history, and we going to pull this right here. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Where is it? Where is it? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where's my video? Where's my fucking video at? Sorry about this, y'all. I had this fucking video. Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. All right, let me get over here and share the stream. All right. We're going to pause that. And we're going to bring this up to about 5 minutes. All right, actually, I'm going to start a little early because I want y'all to see something. I want to show y'all something. A lot of y'all don't understand about how the South flipped from being a Democrat majority to a Republican majority. And a lot of y'all don't understand that when some of these people tell y'all that the Democrat is the party of slavery, the Democrat Party is the party of the KKK. That's true, but they're not telling you all the information. They're not telling you all the information. It's like they're misleading you a little bit. Meanwhile, this is the thing though. When you got people like your boy running around here talking about why she lost, it's very important that I myself explain the real reason why she lost. See, it doesn't do any good when you got people running around here misleading people on why she lost. And see, that's my point. The truth needs to be told. And I'm here to tell the truth. That's all. I'm the truth teller. I'm here to give you facts. And my thing is, honestly, the more I dig into this thing, the easier it is for me to understand that it wasn't all her fault. It wasn't all her fault. The more I get into it, the more I realize it wasn't her fault. It's the climate of today, and that's not her fault. The women surprised me too. That was another big surprise also, Kanyan, because I thought more women would have came out and voted for her, but she only received like, I think 55% of the women's vote, which was very shocking to me. I thought she would at least got like 65%, but she didn't get nowhere near 65%. You know, that's the whole, that's a big major factor also. That's another reason why she didn't win, because she couldn't draw enough of the women's vote. That was a problem. Let me hold on. What I'm doing here. All right. Go right here. We're gonna put myself down in the corner. Right here. And we're going to start right. Well, anyway, as I was saying, a lot of people tell y'all that Democrats was the home of the KKK, was the home of the slavery. They founded slavery and all this BS, which is true, but they don't tell you the rest of the story. And the Southern strategy is the rest of the story, in which a lot of people tend to leave out, is this part right here. But this is basically what Donald Trump ran in 2016 and in 2020 and in 2024. This is his version of the Southern strategy. But I'm gonna let this guy right here explain it to you, and then I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it in between, trying to show you the similarity between what he's talking about and what Donald Trump did. Well, so let's go.
Issues. In fact, in 1868, when Grant ran, they only gave 5% of their war chest to Southern races. They weren't really interested in that. And in fact, as time goes on, they're going to give up on the South, and they're really just going to utilize the Republican Party of the South really for nominations for the president. Then they're going to concentrate in the North on getting votes. And that's going to allow those white Democrats to coalesce and control the South. That's called the Solid South. All through these elections, as you're seeing me flip them on the board, or as you're seeing them in front of you right now, you can see that the Democratic Party always wins the South. They always win the South. We should also mention that this means the Republican Party, although they might be kind of taking for granted these African Americans who belong to the party of Lincoln, they're the ones that, for the most part, are supporting civil rights. Even when we get to the 1964 Civil Rights Act, it was more Republicans that supported that than Democrats. But something occurs, and it really happens in Texas in 1956. Now, remember, 1954, something interesting happens, and it's a race in Texas, a congressional race based W.A. Griswold. And this was a man who believed that the Bible verified that we should be segregationalist. And the people in the communities ate this up. And this sends a message.
I mean, well, this right here is kind of important for Texas, because these two Republicans right here was kind of like, they were separatists, there was racists, but these two Republicans right here was like two people who started all of this BS with Republicans being racist in the South. It started in Texas.
Message in Texas that this is the thing for the Republican Party to do. And then John Towers in 1961 becomes a senator all the way up to the 1980s in Texas, and he was an avid segregationalist as well. It worked for them. So now as we move into a national model, the Republican Party has probably taken notice that this worked in Texas. So first in 1964, LBJ is going to crush Barry Goldwater. Now, Barry Goldwater is not.
Now, Barry Goldwater, he is the first Republican to run this Southern strategy. Now, they said Barry Goldwater was not a racist, but he just used certain things like a racist would use, but in order to gain votes in the South. Now, what he's going to tell you that Barry Goldwater was the first Republican to actually win the Deep South.
Not a racist, but Barry Goldwater is an avid ideologist, and he believes with all of his heart that states' rights is the way to go, that the Constitution should be read strictly, that we shouldn't have big government programs like Medicaid and Medicare.
Y'all see what he's saying? State rights, big government. They don't believe in Medicare, Medicaid. These are the things that happen in today's Republican Party as well. They don't believe in big government. They believe in states' rights. They don't believe they trying to do away with Medicaid, Medicaid. See, these are the similarities from 1964 to 2024. Same similarities, but different time periods.
Medicare, and we shouldn't have the federal government getting involved in elections and civil rights. That should be left to the people.
Same thing. They're trying to do civil rights laws in this state. The Republicans are. They don't believe the federal government should be involved with state elections. Similarity to what's going on today.
People, did I say not go for civil rights? I did, but that doesn't mean he was a racist. But in 1964, as you look at that map, Barry Goldwater gets.
You see that map? This is what Barry. This is a Republican one. This all in red. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina. No Republican had ever won those states before Barry Goldwater. A Republican. This is where the flip starts right here. See, those Democrats, y'all was talking about the founders of the KKK and slavery, they voted Republicans right here in 1964 because of the civil rights bill that was passed in 1964. They start voting Republican. 1964. So just remember, today's Republican Party, it's the same party that was a Democrat Party with slavery and the KKK. Just keep that in mind.
Gets crushed everywhere except for the Deep South. A Republican just won the Deep South. Got crushed everywhere else. But if there's a way, the Republican Party thinks to itself, to take advantage of this concept that his ideology got those racist votes and he wasn't racist, maybe we can come up with a strategy like that. And that's what Richard Nixon does in 1968, and he's pretty successful. Now, in 1968, as you look at that map, you can see that he doesn't win all of the South. We have George Wallace running as an independent. He's still a Democrat, but he is de-aligned, creating an independent party, and he is sucking votes away from Richard Nixon. This shows you that those West Southerners, they do not want to vote for a Republican if they can help it. But they're not going to vote for a pro-civil rights Democrat either. So basically
what he's saying right here is Richard Nixon was pro-civil rights, and the South was not going to vote for him because they didn't want a pro-civil rights president. And that's what Nixon was. But Goldwater, he ran against civil rights, and that's why he won the South. Nixon turned around and said, no, I'm for the civil rights. And they said, F you, Richard. We're not going to vote for you in the South. And that's why they didn't vote for Nixon.
What we can boil this down to is that the Southern strategy is kind of using what's called dog whistle politics, where rather than saying racist things and being a racist, you appeal to the issues that appeal to the racists.
There you go. You don't say racist things. You say the things that appeals to the racists. And y'all have to understand, who were some of Donald Trump's biggest supporters? People like Nick Fuentes, a white supremacist who's on YouTube, who's on X, and he's saying some of the most craziest, wildest things, racial things about black people, about the Holocaust, all kind of nasty things. You got Laura Loomer is another big fan of Trump, another racist. These people are high profile who Trump have been seen in public with. That Trump is supported by a lot of racists. Not all races, but a lot of racists. Just understand that. A lot of racists. And those people are listening to what he says, and they kind of taking away some things from him. Like when he talk about the border and immigrants, they down with that. Because they don't want America turning brown. So yes, they want to shut the border down and keep immigrants out of it, especially Hispanics. But let's go on.
So, for instance, you talk about states' rights. Ronald Reagan, when he began his campaign, Ronald Reagan, I'm not saying he's a racist, but he begins his campaign in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Philadelphia, Mississippi. He's not a racist, but he starts his campaign in Philadelphia, Mississippi, where 3 civil rights workers was murdered. 1 black and 2 Jewish guys was murdered. But that was what Ronald Reagan started his campaign at. Listen up, Republican.
This is where 3 civil rights workers were murdered by the Klan. And he starts his campaign talking about states' rights in Philadelphia, Mississippi. That's kind of the idea of the Southern strategy. Now, Richard Nixon called it the silent majority. And he's not only appealing to these Southern whites with these issues, but also kind of urbanites and suburbanites that are white in the North as well, kind of the Archie Bunkers of the world. If you've never seen Archie.
Now, we all seen All in the Family, right? If you've seen All in the Family, y'all know Archie was a starch undercover racist. He said a lot of ignorant things when it came to race. A lot of ignorant things.
Bunker, watch All in the Family. You're going to love it, kids. I'm telling you. So this Southern strategy, it might be about being against busing or being for tax cuts or for welfare cuts, things that appeal to the racist without saying racist things. So the way to best summarize this is to actually listen to the words of some of these campaign managers and strategists that used this strategy.
No, it's not breaking news. But the thing about, honestly, it's not breaking news. But Kanyan, honestly, a lot of people don't get this. When you talk about the South flipping and turning red when it was blue, they said it's a lie. It's a bullshit. It's all bullshit. And it's not all bullshit. But so for me and you, it's not breaking news. But for a lot of people, it is. And my whole point of showing this is similar to 2024. 1964 and the Southern strategy when it started is similar today. Donald Trump uses cold words. When he talks about crime, he's talking about black people in the inner city committing crime, knowing that the federal government cannot control crime in states. But that's what he talks about, the fear factor. When he talks about undocumented immigrants coming into America and committing crime, and some of the white kids have been killed by undocumented immigrants. Think about it. That's what he's talking about. Fear. It's about fear. The Southern strategy is about fear. That's why Donald Trump had so many people turn out, because his campaign was all about fear. That's it. If you go back and listen to a lot of his campaigns, his speeches, he rarely talked about policies. He talked about fear more than policies. So that's my point of playing this.
The Southern strategy. And one of them was Lee Atwater. And he was kind of the bulldog of the Republican Party. He's kind of the brain behind the operation. And you can hear him right now talking about the Southern strategy.
The October jobs report admits 2.
You start out in 1954 by saying nigger, nigger, nigger. By 1968, you can't say nigger. That hurts your backfire. So you say stuff like force busing, states' rights, and all that stuff. And you're getting so abstract now. You're talking about cutting taxes, and all of these things you're talking about are totally economic things. And the byproduct of them is blacks get hurt worse than white.
So when Richard Nixon is talking about the counterculture and how we need law and order, to Archie Bunker in the North, that means we have to, make sure these kids aren't smoking dope on the street. But to that guy in Mobile, Alabama, who's a white Southerner, that means not letting these African Americans getting out of hand.
See what I'm saying? It's code words. It's all about code words. And Donald Trump is I'm not going to say he's brilliant at it. He's brilliant at using code words to scare people.
He didn't have to be racist to say that, to appeal to the racist. So when Ronald Reagan says we need to go after the welfare queens, he didn't call out African-American women in a racist way, really, but that's what white Southerners heard. At one point, it was said that Reagan was testing phrases, and when he referred to young black men on welfare, he at one time tried young bucks. That didn't work out very well. He changed it. You don't want to look like a racist. You don't want to sound like a racist. You probably aren't a racist, but you need those votes. And that's the idea of the Southern strategy.
And that's the whole thing about it. You know, Ronald Reagan actually, when he said welfare queens back in the day, we all took it as a racist statement. And the reason why, because we know more white folks are on welfare than black folks. But he was talking about black folks when he said welfare queens. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, Donald Trump used the same strategy. He goes out and he says, closing the border down, not letting undocumented immigrants into the country. Basically, what he's trying to say is, we're going to try to save our white society from browning being brown. That's basically what he's doing. You know, when he talk about crime, you know, he talked about undocumented immigrants and black people. He's fearing white people by saying we're gonna hunt them down. We're gonna do mass deportation. You know, and that making white people feel more comfortable because now Donald Trump is gonna be their savior. He's gonna keep their country white. That's what he's basically talking about in so many ways. And like I said, go back and look at some of his speeches. He rarely talked about his policies. You know, you can remember him talking about no taxes on Social Security, no taxes on overtime, no taxes on tips. Those are not really policies. But he said that over and over again. Or he might say that he's gonna close down the border majority of the time in his speeches. He brought those families up there where those undocumented immigrants, you know, killed their family members. All this is scare tactics. And that's how he won. That's exactly how Donald Trump won. And so I'm sick and tired of people saying that he won because of the gay agenda, or he won because of abortion. People rejected the Democrat platform or this and that. No, they didn't reject the Democrat platform. It just, if you look at the numbers, you'll see it was just too many variables in there for them to overcome. They couldn't overcome RFK. They couldn't overcome Jill Stein in Wisconsin and Michigan. They couldn't overcome the Latina vote in Pennsylvania, where Latinos voted overwhelmingly this year for Trump than they did for Biden. So it's a totally different set of rules this time around. Politics is a real dirty game. I don't like how they use family tragedies to push their agenda. I don't like that's something I dislike also, Kanyon. I hate when they use military soldiers who have gave the ultimate sacrifice. I hate when they do that. I hate when they use the death of these young ladies like Lincoln Riley, who got killed in Athens, Georgia, my hometown. I hate when they do that. And I hate when the families participate in the crap. Because it's like, why are y'all sacrificing y'all family member for politics? These people do not care about your family members. Those 13 soldiers that died in Afghanistan, they don't care about those 13 soldiers. And the reason why I say they don't care about those 13 soldiers, because if they cared about those 13 soldiers, they'll care about those 4,000 soldiers who died in Iraq. Those 4,000 soldiers that died in Iraq because of George Bush war with Iraq over oil. That's why I said they don't care. This is not a Democratic issue or a Republican issue. This is an American issue. Americans die for this country. They should not be used as political pawns for this country. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I hate it to my heart. Every time I seen Donald Trump put forth a family who have lost someone, it just killed me. I thought it was just so disrespectful. And for the family to allow it was even more disrespectful. You know, but that's the way our politics is. We use everybody as a pawn. We are all used as a pawn. If you boil it down, more poor people vote in this country than the well-off. And who get the most? The well-off get the most. We don't get crap, really. And that's something we all need to stand up and understand. We all are pawns in this politics. No matter what side you're on. You can be on the right side or the left side, you can be in the middle. You're still a pawn. We sit up here and we bicker back and forth. We go back and forth with one another over politics. and we don't have nothing to show for it. Nothing. You know, a lot of people say they don't know why they vote for Democrat. Well, I'm one of the ones that know why I vote for Democrats. I know why I don't vote Republican. I know why I vote for Democrats. I know why I stand where I stand. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I feel like a lot of people who vote don't know why they're voting. You know, the more I hear these conversations around YouTube in this black and beef sector, I just shake my head because a lot of these people who's talking about politics don't even understand politics. They don't understand the way the game is played. Not just ZX, a lot of more of these people. When I was watching YouTube Camera's platform this morning, there was a lot of people on that platform who was lost. They didn't have a clue what they was talking about. But they was up there, and I give them respect because they have their own opinion. So I give them that respect. But the problem is, educate yourself before you jump out there in the water. Because a lot of these people are just jumping out there and they don't have a clue. They're just talking. You know, when you start talking about nonsense, you know, go do some research first. Right. Well, yeah, that's what it is. It's all about emotions with a lot of these people. They want to just get out there and be able to say something without thinking. You know, I watch Jay Wilson, and he's somewhat educated when it comes to politics, but he's somewhat lost because they don't talk about numbers. They don't sit down and tell and walk through the numbers for you. You know, if you walk through the numbers, you can tell exactly why she lost. Like I can point out why she lost. And it's not because of Jay again. It's not about a gay agenda, or it's not about abortion. It's not about any social issues. It's about economics. And the thing about economics is, and I understand why people feel like Joe Biden let the country down, but they fail to realize something. It started with Donald Trump. And that's what a lot of people tend to forget, that 2020, Donald Trump was still the president. He started this downfall. He's the one who locked the country down first. He's the one that locked the country down first. He's the one where the supply chains broke down first. But people don't want to talk about that. They tend to forget about that. And that's something that the Democrats did not really bring forth. They didn't really, if you really think about it, Kamala Harris did not really bring forth the issue of 2020. They rarely talked about that. Matter of fact, it's a couple things that they really didn't talk about. They should have talked about. They should have talked about the Supreme Court also, which they didn't talk about. They didn't talk about how important it was for Kamala Harris to win that race just for the Supreme Court also. Because Clarence Thomas and Alito is going to step down within the next 4 years. 2 conservative judges are going to step down. Now, Donald Trump is going to be able to put up 2 conservative judges, young jurists, about 50 years old, 52 years old, who are going to be there for years to come. That's another reason why it was so important for her to win that race. But she didn't talk about the Supreme Court. They didn't talk about 2020. They didn't talk about none of that. And that's another reason why she lost. What's up, Black Pearl? That's another reason why they lost. Like I said, there's a lot of factors why she lost, but I don't hear no one really talk about those factors. I haven't heard no one talk about the Supreme Court. I haven't heard no one talk about 2020. I haven't heard no one talk about economics. I haven't heard no one talk about the Southern strategy, the hate speech, and the fear. That's what I mean by Southern strategy, because that's what it was, all about fear and hate. I don't hear no one talking about that. No one is talking about those things. And those are the main reasons why she lost. Main reasons why she lost. Because people did not believe that she can keep the economy going. Because right now the economy is revving right along. Right now. It's much better today than it was 3 years ago. Or even much better than 4 years ago. But no one talked about those things. You know, like I said, I invite ZX to debate me. on these issues. Anybody see ZX out there, mean mug? If you go over there and talk to ZX, let him know. Say, Gary want to holler at you. He want to debate you. Me and you can debate one-on-one. I'll hit your panel or whatever the situation is. But I want people to understand something. Know what you're talking about before you start opening your mouth. Don't just be saying things just to be saying things. Go do your research. Go look at the numbers. Go look at what was the most important issues in this election. Look what people say. Economy was number one. Economy was number one. Transgender issue was number 22 at the bottom of the list. Because I did my research. I looked at the numbers. I looked at Michigan. I looked at Wisconsin. I seen 2 third-party candidates that took votes from Kamala Harris in both of those states. And it was done intentionally. And this is not a conspiracy theory. This right here was done intentionally because RFK did not want his name taken off the ballot in Wisconsin and in Michigan for that purpose, to drain votes from Kamala. And you go back and add up the votes between Jill Stein and RFK, you'll see right then and there, that's what Trump won by in both of those states. And like I say, look at PA, look at Pennsylvania, and you'll see that Joe Biden got 42% more votes than Donald Trump did in 2020, and Kamala Harris only got 17% more of the votes. So that shows you right there why she lost Pennsylvania. She lost Pennsylvania because of Latinos. Latinos, that's why she lost. It wasn't because of no transgender. It wasn't because of no abortion. It was because of Latinos why she lost in Pennsylvania. It was because of RFK and Jill Stein in Michigan and Wisconsin. That's why she lost. That's why she lost the race right there. What's up, T? And my link is pinned. If anybody want to come up here and debate me on this, that my link is pinned. And I invite Grown Folk TV. If he out there, so I go get him. Tell him I'm live right now. Come and debate me. Come and tell me that nonsense that he was talking this morning on YouTube Camera's platform. Bring it here right now. I am so sick and tired of these people getting on YouTube and just saying anything out their mouth. And they did a lick of research. Ain't did no research whatsoever. They just talk. Ain't did no research. No research. What's up, Classic? You got to blame someone. That is true. You got to blame someone. You got to blame someone. Well, if you're going to blame someone, make sure it's factual, though. You know, don't put it on the gay people. The gay people are not the reason why we lost. You know, they're not the reason why we lost. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, though, when he was over there inviting, you know, all the gay guys in the beef sector to his channel. I'm like, are you serious? You actually think those gay guys going to come over there and participate on your live stream? For what? For you to blame them for the Democrats losing? Are you serious? Who would do that? You know, when there's no facts involved, it's just his emotions and his belief. It's all about his belief. What he believed cost the Democrats the race. It's not based in facts. See, I hate people who says things that are not based in facts. And I hate conspiracy theories. Well, yeah, she got cooked in PA. Yes, she did get cooked in PA. She lost by over 1 million votes in PA. But she didn't really get cooked in Michigan and Wisconsin. She got cooked in North Carolina, and which was very surprising that she got cooked in North Carolina because the Republican who was running for governor, he was nowhere near winning. So it's like there was a split ticket to the point where they voted for a Democrat governor, but they voted for Trump at the top of the ticket. So that was surprising also. Also, I'm going to admit it, she got cooked in Georgia too, which I really was surprised by that. I thought Georgia was going to be much closer than it was. but she really got in Georgia. As I went through and looked at the numbers, and I think she lost by over 1 million. I think it was close to 2 million that she lost by in Georgia. And I was like, what the fuck?
Call
But
that a landslide.
it is what it is. I was very surprised she got cooked in Georgia. I was very surprised she got cooked in North Carolina. PA really wasn't a big surprise because of Latino vote, but it is what it is. What's up, Classic?
What's up, King?
I don't know, man. I'm not sitting up here putting out some facts, man. Just trying to
Hey,
dissect some of this nonsense.
I didn't catch ZX over there, the other place. What is YouTube cameras? I
Yeah.
didn't catch him over there. I heard his testimony on his stage. Like, he got mad. He even got mad at the Democratic Party and started making excuses up, man. Like, I don't believe he voted for Kamala. The shit that he's talking about them people, yeah, I'm not a believer of him.
No, I like I said, I was over there listening for a second. Actually, I caught him on YouTube cameras this morning when he was over there, and I was listening to the bullshit he was saying over there. Basically, was about gay people again, and and then later on when I got home, I seen he had did a live, and he had put gay something in the title, and then I listened to a little bit of it. I kind of skipped around. And he had said he had invited James Wilson and James Caldwell and Sean Bradley and a couple more of the gay guys over there to come to his platform and have a discussion with him. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? After I did my research, I realized that issue wasn't nowhere near the top. No one cared about that issue. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
But everywhere he goes, that's what comes out of his mouth.
Right. And my thing is, if he voted for the Democratic Party, he voted for the gay people. Don't complain now.
It's not so much he gave. Well, this is another thing also, which is funny to me. It's not really funny to me, but you know what the log cabin is, right? Log cabin Republicans, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Repeat that again.
The log cabin Republicans.
The log cabins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Man, come on, King. Let's have a conversation, man.
We're gonna have a conversation. What is it?
Come on, man. No, let's have a
conversation.
conversation.
All right. Since you know what it is, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Anyway, it's a group of gay. It's a gay Republican group that support Republicans. All right. So my thing is, it's funny that we sit here and talk about how Democrats support the gay community when the Republicans support the gay community too. They have gay people as Republicans. They have transgenders who are Republicans. So it's like, to me, both parties are the same. Only thing about it is Democrats are more outspoken about it than Republicans.
No, I agree with that statement. Like, there are gays in both parties. That's evident. But at the same time, the Democratic Party is fighting for gay rights, fighting for everything that's catered to the gay folks. Now it's time. Now we got a brand new, fresher breath air in office, King. Like, and he's gonna usher in a new way of living, a new way of life. When he said, "I'm taking them gay books out of the schools," man, I applaud.
Well, this is my thing, and I will say this again and again and again. All this shit that they're talking about doing, they're not going to do. All right, they're not going to do it. So this is my thing. I'm a realist. I don't believe in all this fake BS. And that's what he's doing. He's selling y'all a pipe dream. I did a poll earlier, and I asked him, the question was, do y'all think he actually going to pass anything when it comes to no taxes on overtime, no taxes in Social Security benefits, and no taxes on tip? Do you really think they're going to pass? Do you really think that's going to pass through Congress? No. Do you think he's going to push it? No. So a lot of things that he's making promises about is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know why it's not going to happen? I'm going to tell you why it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know why? Because he's going to give more tax cuts to the rich. And once he gives more tax cuts to the rich, there is no way you can take tax money out of the budget. You can't do it. That's why it's not going to happen. Y'all need to understand how this shit works.
Yeah, I understand that part, but King, check this out.
You're breaking up that classic. You can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Who does it affect though?
What you mean? Who does it affect? It affects
If-
those
if
people.
he-
It affects those people he made that promise to. It affects the poor people. Think about in the senior citizens. He promises no taxes on Social Security. That affects senior citizens. When you talk about no taxes, that affects young people who's working in these restaurants and bars who try to make a living to go through school. When you talk about no taxes on overtime, that affects the middle class because the middle class are the ones who are doing all the overtime. So it affects everybody who voted for him. Because that's one reason why these people voted for him, because he was making these promises about no taxes on this and no taxes on that.
Well, Ronald Reagan got a speech, and I want you to hear it, King. Man, I got a whole bunch of shit on my other phone. I'm nowhere around it, King, but Ronald Reagan got a speech about the taxes and all that shit, taxing the middle class or the rich people, or even doing what Trump gonna do. Either way it go, the way he was explaining it, it was like we losing regardless. So we complaining over nothing. We still paying taxes because they're hidden taxes. It's the same as the taxes that we know about, but since we don't know about, even if we feel like we getting over or we getting screwed, they're still hidden taxes.
Well, yeah, there's hidden taxes on everything, but the problem with that is, so when you out there making promises, and you're right, Kanye, everybody make promises, but you can't make promises, blatant promises like no taxes on tips and no taxes on Social Security and no taxes on overtime. So that right there is something obvious. When it doesn't happen, it's gonna hurt a lot of people.
But
No,
King, why
Yo,
are you taxing people for tips anyways?
because that's income.
No, that's crazy. This is like, hey man, I see you busting your ass, so let me bless you with a little bit more than what you really getting paid for your hourly wages.
No,
You can't tax.
I agree with you. It shouldn't be taxed, but that's part of your W-2.
That's crazy.
You got to claim it on your taxes. I agree with you.
what's
But
poppin', y'all?
what's going on, Meme Up?
Shit, chilling on it, man.
What's
Say,
poppin',
man.
man?
What's up?
What's going on, class? Say,
So-
you say, it's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? The way I'm listening to you, how you talking, and what's crazy about it is you talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Explain that to me. Explain it for me.
Because you're stating what's the obvious about, and you asking questions like, what are you gonna do if he doesn't do X, Y, and Z? What makes you think Kamala's gonna do whatever the fuck she was gonna do?
But see, this is
Like,
my
come
thing.
on, bro. You can't.
Oh,
you don't know that.
Hold on, Meme Up.
You don't know.
This is my thing. We can't talk about that now. You know why? Because she didn't win. But we can't talk about.
But you can't talk about that now. Neither. You don't know that.
But we can talk about what Trump made promises on, though.
Yes, we can. But we can't go into depths of it. That's what I'm talking about. How you explaining it? You're explaining it as if, well, I don't think he's gonna do it because you said, because your words was, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
And the reason why? And what was my reason why?
Like, come on, why are we talking like that?
But what was my reason why though?
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
I told you my reason why. My reason why was because he's gonna give the rich more tax cuts. That's why he's not gonna be able to do it. Because Congress is not gonna pass those no tax bills when they're giving more tax cuts to the rich. They need more money in they can't be taking all the money out the coffers for the budget. If you're giving more tax cuts, that means that's less money coming in for the budget. So now you're talking about passing a bill where there's no taxes on tips, no taxes on Social Security, and no taxes on overtime. That's more money you're losing from the budget. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do it. That's why I say what I say.
Okay, I hear you on that, but I was just explaining it to the point where if you're breaking it down like that, if Kamala would have won, there's a lot of things that we could break down that she wasn't going to do. That's all I'm trying to say.
But I'm telling you something she was. Let me tell you what she was going to do, though. Let me tell you what she was going to do. She was gonna raise taxes on the rich and the corporations. I know that for a fact. The taxes was gonna go up, and the reason I know the tax was gonna go up because the bill that Trump passed in 2017, that tax cut bill he passed in 2017, it was coming up in 2025 to expire, and she was not gonna let them renew that bill. So that's I know for a fact, and that would be more money into the coffins, so she can give a tax cuts to the middle class and the poor. And then when she was talking about giving money, seed money for people to buy homes, that's where that money was going to come from them taxes going back up. See,
This is my biggest thing, and I'm gonna go to something you said earlier.
go ahead.
You were talking about the reason why, you know, X, Y, and Z. Everybody kind of have an idea because, like, you know, I mean, but I know you was specifically saying that to the one you want to debate. So I get where your angle was.
Right.
But I already, everything you were saying, we already knew. I even knew that. I knew it was from X, Y. Only thing I didn't know is about the whole split votes, the two people at the top, Wisconsin and you know, I didn't get that, but
Right.
I understand it. I understand it now. But I already knew about the Latinos here in Pennsylvania. I already knew that's why she you know, why Trump won. I already understood that. But you were saying something about how, you know, how certain things didn't play a part in it. Well, it may not have been a big part of it, but the only reason I'm gonna say I don't think it's 100% wrong is because the fact is I can't come out and say it. Think about it. I'm giving an analogy.
Go ahead.
What do they say to football players when they go up to that podium? If my quarterback threw 5 interceptions and I'm a wide receiver and they ask me what happened today, do you think I can say my quarterback didn't play worth the damn?
You can't politically you can't.
No.
But-
That's bro. That's they not gonna play the game like that, man. Come on now, you know that. They can't come out and say this. Well, 10% was because of this agenda thing, and then all the other stuff that you named. No, the agenda thing is just gonna be quietly. They can't come out and put that out there, bro. You know that.
Yeah, but
Let's be honest.
But what I was going off of was facts, though. You know, I was going off facts. I was going off of. Let me get my phone. Hold on a second. I was going off of doing research, and my research. While I was doing my research, and I pulled the top 22 reasons why people came out to vote. And like I said, I did my research, and when I do my research, the economy was number 1, democracy in the U.S. was number 2. Terrorism and national security is number 3. Types of security court justices candidate were picked number 4. Immigration number 5. Education number 6. Healthcare number 7. Gun policy number 8. Abortion was number 9. And then number 10 was income and wealth in the U.S. The federal budget deficit was number 11th. Foreign affairs was number 12. Situation in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine was number 13, I believe. Energy policy 14, relations with Russia 15, race relations 16, race relations with China 17, trade with other countries 18. Actually, I skipped some numbers. And transgender rights was 22nd.
So
See,
that was
I was going off facts. These
okay. But I didn't hear the list. But now that I heard the list, that's what I'm saying right now is because that small they're not gonna put that played a part in it. That's all I'm saying. That played a part in it.
Yeah, it was a small part, but it wasn't that major part that your friend is going around YouTube keep talking about though. You know what I'm saying? If you listen,
I get that. I get what you're saying on that. That's why I said I understood what you were trying to explain towards that. You know, towards ZA. I get that part. That's why.
Right,
okay,
right.
I understood.
Right. I just want people to be informed. I want people to understand that yes, we on different sides of the spectrum, but when you boil it down, we need facts though. We need facts. We can't be keep putting out dumb narratives that are not true. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me Trump won, I would accept that Trump won. But at the same time, I'm not going to accept the lies that he was telling all along, though, because I believe he was lying the majority of the time. And I believe that the majority of his shit that he talked on the stump is not going to come true. And I also believe in my own eyes, because I know what 2017 through 2020 was under Trump. It was a lot of chaos, a lot of chaos. And a lot of
okay. Okay, if that's, I feel what you're saying on that, but let me ask you this. Why do you think so many people are afraid? If you just read off that list, what's wrong with that list?
There's nothing wrong with the list, but the problem is you got to understand, Trump is going to pick a lot of people on the extreme right for his cabinet. And a lot of those people, like Steve Bannon, are not going to be diplomatic about a lot of things. They're going to try to change a lot of things that is not really appropriate. And that's what people fear, that Trump is going to pick a lot of extremists to be in his cabinet, to be around him, and they're going to be a whole lot of yes men who is just going to do what Trump wants them to do. See, in his last administration, he had a little control because the people around him was basically people who was career people, like the generals he had, General Kelly, General Mattis, whatever his name was. He had people who actually love the Constitution. And now we feel like he's gonna pick a lot of people that don't really conform to the Constitution. They're gonna do what Trump wants them to do. And they feel like he's dangerous for that reason. You got to understand, Trump did a lot of things that other presidents didn't do, like those top secret documents. Presidents didn't do that, don't take that shit home with them. Trump did, though. That shit is dangerous. Do you understand that Trump actually told the Russians when he was in office, a top secret, that the British had to change a lot of things over there because of what he told Russia? He did it by accident, but he did it, though. Trump is really, I'm telling you, he's dangerous. But y'all love him. Hey,
but this
y'all
is
love
okay.
him, so it is what it is.
Okay, this is why I'm having a hard time understanding a lot of situations and things that you're saying. I'm totally understanding all that as you break it down, but I'm just kind of confused because I'm like this is how I think, this is how my brain works. Why do you think that so many, you have to take time to think about it, why do you think so many people flip if Trump was that bad? That's what's confusing me.
Do you really want me to say it? Do you really want me to say it?
Go ahead. I'm listening. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I'm gonna try to be diplomatic about this, because like I said, I got a lot of Trump friends. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of friends on YouTube who are Trump supporters, so I don't want to offend my YouTube family, especially my other channel and this channel. I got a lot of Trump followers, so and I don't want to offend none of them. And I don't want to offend none of them.
I was shocked, man, because perfectly honest, before you go, perfectly honest, the reason why I'm asking this is because I'm confused. I say I'm confused because in my mind, I always, Trump, whatever, Trump 2024, 25. But in my mind, I'm thinking if he didn't win, cool. If he did win, in my mind, I'm like, it ain't gonna be by much. But damn, it's a damn near landslide, man.
It is a landslide.
Actually, if you look at the numbers right now, I think it was 72 million. She had 68 million. And then if you add in RFK and Jill Stein's numbers, and there was another person also got numbers also. If you add all of them in, it really wasn't a landslide. It really
no excuses, King.
No.
Man, that shit was a landslide, bro.
Facts here. I'm talking facts. I can look at my phone. I'm talking facts. Look at the numbers. Google the numbers. Add all the numbers against Trump, and it wasn't really a landslide. But anyway,
okay, it wasn't a landslide. But I'm gonna say this: it wasn't a landslide. I'm gonna put it like this: it was almost damn near a landslide. Is that better
Well,
for you?
I say this right here. He won the popular vote for the first time. All right, how about that? I give you that. He won the popular vote.
But go ahead and answer that question.
All right,
He won. He won
And
America.
Kanye, no, I don't hate Trump. I dislike him a lot, but I don't hate him because I don't know him to hate him. But I dislike his policies and I dislike the way he behaves, most definitely. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all remember when Trump said that he liked the he loves the uneducated? Y'all remember that statement he made back in 2015, 2016, something like that? He loves the uneducated. Well, that's true. You know why? If you look at rural America, go to rural America, and you will see a lot of uneducated people who follows Trump, and they don't have a clue about what's real and what's not real. Look at some of the videos where they're being interviewed, and you can tell that they're out of it. You know, they don't really know what's going on, and they're just being honest. And when
That sound like Democrats.
No, I'm being real. Y'all have to be honest with yourselves. You have to look at videos and have to look at facts. A lot of people who are not invested in a lot of things, they don't know what's reality is, what is reality and what is not reality. Trump knows how to court the people who will only listen to him. He even said that. Don't believe your eyes, just believe what I say. He said that too. The two things he said that sticks out the most with me. He loves the uneducated. And when he told people, don't believe what you're looking at, believe what I say.
That's gangster talk.
And that's what he said. I'm telling you, y'all have to understand, Trump has this is like, I'm not saying everybody's in the coat, but Trump has a real coat. A real coat. I work with a girl, and this
The
girl,
Democrats are a cult.
no.
You've
You've
been with no. 'cause
Democrats think for themselves.
No. That's not play that game, Cone. That's not do that. Because y'all been vote a lot. You've been voting for Democrat your whole life, damn near right.
But I vote for a reason, though.
Okay, fine. Whatever reason it is, I'm saying there's a lot of people that's Democrats. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They just voting Democrat because it says Democrat. That's it. That's all. Come on now.
I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. But I would say that a higher percent of people who vote Democrat knows what they're voting for over a lot of Republicans who don't know what they're voting for.
Oh, come on. You can't say that now.
I'm just keeping it real.
See,
You know, like for instance,
it's what those people show. My main thing is this: a lot of people, everything is a show, and this is. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna drop off, and I'm gonna be listening though. A lot of this is for a show, and this is for everybody. The thing about it is, what you just said was, I don't believe that's true, because a lot of times when people go in front of that camera, I can interview 10 people, and I'm gonna say 4 of them know exactly what they're talking about. 6 of them have no fucking clue, right? I'm gonna pick out that 5 out of that 6 that don't know what the fuck they talking about, and I'm only gonna pick 2 out of that 4, or either maybe even 1 out of that 4, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. So basically, I can show you whatever the fuck I want to show you.
So you said that. So you said most of the videos I'm watching are being manipulated to the point we only showing the dumb ones, not the smart ones.
If I'm placating to the other side, come on now. They all play that game.
Well,
they all play
I can
that
agree.
game.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that to a certain extent. You know, I know everybody edit videos, so I can say, yeah, you're right about that to a certain extent. But a lot of those Trump supporters that they interview at those Trump rallies, those are Trumpers. There were no Democrats there. There was mostly all Trumpers. So,
but did they interview all of them? I mean, they don't even have to interview all of them. Did they interview a lot of them? I'm gonna put it like that. A lot of them. Did they interview at least 15 to 20?
I'm not gonna say they did that. They probably did 5 or 6. But
exactly. and they
But
gonna
at the
show you
same
two
time, though, that's a sample of the crowd, though.
man,
know,
6 people. Are you fucking
That's a
man? Come on,
sample.
now I know you full of shit.
It's a small sample,
full of
but it's a
shit,
sample.
man.
though.
I know
ask you a
you
question.
full of shit
Ask you a
now.
question though. I'm ask you a question though. I'm ask you one question before you drop down, because I want to ask Classic this question too. If you come back up, when you hear Charlie Kirk says that a black man flying a plane scares him, what do you think?
I think he's uneducated. I think he's a ignorant some bitch.
See, and see this, and this is my problem when I hear brothers supporting the Republican Party, and I know people like Charlie Kirk is a part of that party, and he's a main influence in that party. That's what scares me, because we are voting. Well, they are voting for a party that looks down on black people. You know, and
But I'm voting for like even, I get what you're saying. I clearly I mean I do. I really do. But we have to understand that it's a lot of Dems that view the Republicans in that same light. It goes both ways, Cog, and that's what we need to understand as a people, as a whole, as a society. They show you what they want to show you, and they don't show you what they don't want to show you. So they can screw your mind, so you get to go back and forth with me and the next person, that person go back and forth with the next person. So it keeps us all in this one little circle, this little conundrum, and we all just placate to this back and forth, and it keeps us under control, where the government overall can do their big one and do their bid and fool us all. It's all a game.
yeah, but the thing about that is though, I believe, I'm not saying that there's no racists in the Democrat Party, but I just believe that there is more racists in the Republican Party, and they're not afraid to show themselves. Like, for instance, Nick Fuentes. I can't say his fucking name right for nothing in the world, but he's a well-known racist on social media. But he have sat down and had dinner with Trump. He have sat down and had dinner with Paul Gosar, a congressman from Arizona. He have sat down and he has invited Margaret Taylor Greene to his conference, and she actually went there and spoke at his conference. So like, these racists are out in the open in the Republican Party, and they're showing themselves, but black people are still gravitating to that party, knowing that they're not really welcome there. No matter what the spin is, but they have open racists who are talking against the black community on a daily basis. Matter of fact, did you see that Tommy Sotomayor video where he went into that white space on X, and they did, and that one guy, forgets his name, just berated him in front of the audience?
Nah, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I think I heard you mention that a couple of months.
yeah, I did mention it. Mention it.
But
The thing about it is, why are we allowing people to berate us just to be part of a party?
I don't think it's that, Cone. I really don't. It's kind of like this. Let me flip it on you. I don't think it's that, man. It's called, why you hear what goes. I'm just using a small little example, but it's going to kind of go to what you just said. Why do you think the other people come around these black beef and multi sectors and be berated, but they still bring their punk ass around there? Same thing.
Same thing. You right. You got it. Because since you brought that up, because I was watching them having a conversation about the lady named Mel, who is white, and then I'm like, hold on. In that same sector, with the beef sector, has this young lady named Charlie who's white, and no one has a problem with her. But at the same time, they got a problem with this white lady named Mel from who's on the outside coming over there and interacting with them. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So it's basically like you're gonna get that, and wherever you go, you're gonna have these people but only the smart and sensible people will understand I'm not welcome here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like our parents probably told us, man, never go anywhere where you're not welcome. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, and a lot of these motherfuckers know that, but there are some people that don't, that like to get beat. And,
Right.
you know, it
Well,
is what it is.
Well, one thing I do hate about black people in both parties, that we tend to degrade and demean one another for being in both parties. You know, you have Republican blacks who will say, "Oh, you're part of the KKK, or you're a party that founded slavery," and then we'll have Democrats who goes and look at black Republicans and say, "Look, you are in the party of Donald Trump, which in my view is a racist, or Nick Fuentes, who's an influencer, or Charlie Kirk, who's a major influencer." You know, so it's like we play this game among black people that we need to both understand that both of us have got faults in the parties, and we need to look at it from a bigger picture and say, look, we're both guilty of associating ourselves with races in both parties, but we don't do that. We know we want to make the one party more racist than the other party. So, you know,
I'm gonna tell you some real. I'm gonna say this real shit, and I gotta
okay,
make a phone call. But I'm gonna say this, and this just kind of, man, I done been around, and to this day, you know what I'm saying. I done been around people, man, that show me nothing but love. But I understand that. I understand their viewpoint. You feel what I mean? I don't get it, but I understand it. You get what I'm saying? And man, people can say, "Oh, this person is this and this person is that." No, it's the viewpoint. It's those crazy motherfuckers. Just like we got crazy people in those inner cities that do dumb shit. I'm a crazy motherfucker, but I ain't gonna do no dumb shit unless I have to.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it just because. I'm a crazy motherfucker my damn self, but I'm more sensible. If you know what I mean? But there's some people that's gonna step outside that boundary. And what I mean by that, just to bring it all back full circle, what I'm saying is I can understand you may not fuck with me, but you're looking at me as a whole.
Right.
You're looking at me as in one, but man, I done had, man, and I've been around, man, and they showed me nothing but love, man. Because they understood that I'm not that.
Right.
And they respect that. I'm not that. They may not give a fuck. But man, I'm talking about money on. I'm talking about, man, money, all that.
You bring it home. And I'm not gonna lie.
But I gotta go, man. You be easy.
All right, man. All right. Appreciate me, Muck. You take care, man. Hey, Kanye, to me, explain about Biden. What you mean? The racism with Biden? You know, I don't give no one a pass, but at the same time, I think anyone can change. So Biden might have had some racist tendencies in the 70s with the busing and stuff like that. But you got to understand, that's in both parties. Either you gonna understand that people come around in both parties from when they was growing up in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, like Biden did, Strom Thurmond did, Bird did, not James Bird. Damn, his last name Bird. I can't think of his first name. All those was racist back in the day. But at the same time, did they change their views? You know, Strom Thurmond was a separatist. He ran for president in 1948 as a Dixiecrat. He was the worst of the worst when it came to race relations and someone being in Congress or being a senator. But in 1964, he switched parties. He went from being a Democrat to a Republican. And he went on to be one of the most powerful senators in Washington, D.C. Do we give him the benefit of the doubt that he changed throughout the years? Some do, some don't. You know, Joe Biden is the same way. Did Joe Biden have some racial views back in the 70s when he first became a senator about busing? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But if he did he change his ways throughout the years? You know, so that's the way I look at Biden. Do I look at Trump that way? No, I don't, because I think Trump still got his racist ways. I think Trump is smart enough to hide his racist ways in order to get what he wants. But have he changed? No, I don't think he changed. But even when it comes to the poor people, I don't think Trump changed. I think Trump don't like poor people. I think Trump hides that because he knows that's what his money is coming from, the poor people. That's where his votes are coming from, the poor people. So he hides his dislike for poor people because he needs them, you know? So I think we all can either grow over the years or we can hide our racism better than others. One of the two. So that's how I feel about Joe Biden. And when people point out that 1994 crime bill as being a racist bill, you got to understand, black people voted for that bill also. So how can that be a racist bill when you had black people who actually voted for the bill? So it couldn't be that much of a racist bill. But there was some issues in the bill, like the disparaging sentences between crack cocaine and cocaine, in which that pointed out was a racist part of the bill, because how can you give a harsher sentence for crack cocaine than cocaine when you need cocaine to make crack cocaine? So yes, and that's why a lot of people point out that it was a racist bill, because of that point right there. But I don't look at the bill as being a racist bill, because I know what was going on in the 80s and in the 90s when it came to the crack epidemic, the violence, the killing in the neighborhoods being out of control in DC, Atlanta, New York, Houston, LA. Crime was just rampant. A lot of people lost their lives back in them days because of that crack cocaine epidemic. So do I have an issue with the bill? Other than the crack cocaine and the cocaine disparaging when it comes to sentencing, other than that, I don't have no problem with it. Should have locked them all up. Every last one of them should have been locked up for years. Throw away the key. Because the people who lost their lives can't get their lives back. Y'all got to look at it from that point of view. But that's my time. Thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate everybody who stopped by. Me, Mug, Classic, Kanyon, thank you, man. Robzilla, thank you for coming, man. Black Pearl, thank you for coming. Griff, thank you for coming. I hope so too, me, Mug. I hope it get better. I doubt it under Trump, but I hope it get better though. You know, I really hope it get better. T Black, thanks for coming, man. Who else came through the house? It's only a few of y'all came through, but the ones who came through, shout out to y'all. Meow. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate the ones that come through and make comments in the chat. I really appreciate that. Y'all help my channel grow. So I really, really appreciate that. Y'all do me a favor though. If you hadn't hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button for me, please. That's all I ask for you. It's free. I don't want nothing else from you but a thumbs up. Thank you, and I'll see y'all next time. People are starving, and they don't care. They don't care. That pisses me off to the highest fullest, knowing that these people do not care about the common man and woman in this country.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour.
Yeah.
On King Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
On King Live.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Like, share, and subscribe.